The history of martial laws in the Philippines. Martial law. What is martial law? Martial law is the imposition of direct military control of normal civilian functions by a government, especially in response to a temporary emergency such as invasion or major disaster, or in an occupied territory. Upon the President's initiative, the 1987 Charter states that although the President is empowered to put the country or any part of it under martial law for a maximum of 60 days, he must submit the corresponding report to Congress within 48 hours from the proclamation of martial law. In turn, Congress may either revoke the proclamation, or even extend the period set by the President. There is no deadline for Congress to act on the matter. Year 1871, month of April, Governor-General Rafael de Izquierdo, declared martial law in the province of Cavite and Pampanga, as crimes and terrorize against caused by the bandits and forms of banditry, imposing strict law to control the two provinces. This is the first recorded martial law imposed in the history under the government of Spain. Year 1896, August 30th. Spanish Governor-General Ramon Blanco, declared state of war against the Philippine Revolutionary Movement, headed by Andres Bonifacio, and General Emilio Aguinaldo, placing Manila, provinces of Bulacan, Cavite, Pampanga, Tarlac, Batangas, Laguna and Nueva Ecija under martial law. The bloody revolution for the freedom of the Filipino people against Spain and later the victory of independence of the Philippines from the Spaniards. Year 1898, May 23, General Emilio Aguinaldo proclaimed martial law, during the Spanish-American War, and achieved the leadership of the Philippine Rebellion Forces. Aguinaldo commanded the Philippine military forces and established a dictator leadership. He proclaimed Philippine independence from the Spaniards on June 12, 1898. He officially established a dictatorial government on June 18, 1898. But on June 23, 1898, Aguinaldo changed its mind and issued a decree establishing a revolutionary government. And that's the mark of the end of martial law under Aguinaldo leadership. Year 1942, January 2nd, after Manila was captured in the World War II by the Japanese Imperial Army, Lieutenant General Homa, the Commander-in-Chief, proclaimed martial law in all Japanese occupied and controlled area in the Philippines. Year 1944, September 21st, in the mid of the World War II, President Jose P. Laurel proclaimed martial law and declaring state of war of the Philippines against United States of America and Great Britain under the Japanese-ruled government. Year 1946, January 7th, President Sergio Osmeña declared martial law in the province of Nueva Ecija against Huk movement. This is according to Philippine Almanac Book of Facts.
As of the 21st of this month, I signed Proclamation number 1081, placing the entire Philippines under martial law.
Year 1972, September 21st, President Ferdinand Marcos proclaimed martial law, placing the entire Philippines under military control, in response to the rising threat of communist and terror, including the rebel threat in Mindanao, and some places of the Philippines. Martial law lasted for almost 9 years and was lifted by January 17, 1981. In the year 1986, after Marcos was kicked out by the revolution, human rights and extrajudicial killing victims during the time of martial law plead for justice. Year 2009, December 4th, President Gloria Arroyo officially placed the province of Mindanao under the state of martial law. After a biggest massacre, related to electoral violence, slaughtered in just single day, of 58 lives of supporters, including the wife of gubernatorial candidate Ismael Magunda Datu, and a group of mediamen, dated November 23, 2009, involving the governor Andalam Patron Sr. and his son Mayor Andalam Patron Jr. and the ARMM Governor Saldi M. Patron as the prime suspects. The Ampatuans are the most influential, and one of the powerful clan of the Arroyo region at that time. In response to violence, President Arroyo take over the province under military control, and raids resulting in arrest of the involved personas and confiscation of lots of high-powered weapons and ammunition, caught in the residences of the Ampachuans. Martial law was lifted after 9 days, dated December 13, 2009. Year 2017, May 23, President Rodrigo Duterte placed the entire island of Mindanao and all of its region under martial law, as an immediate response to a terror attack and rebellion conflict in Marawi City, also known as Marawi Siege, where the city was captured by the terrorist group Maoti and Abu Sayyaf Salafi Jihadist. The battle ended on October 17, 2017 by the announcement of President Duterte. This is the longest urban battle in the history of the Philippines. 2 years later, martial law was lifted on December 29, 2019.